So we hired a manager, Paris Dijon. Actually, Julius, Michael, and Priscilla from Andy's show, they do our hair and makeup.
Oh, yeah.
They referred us to Paris, and Paris is a brand manager. So he goes out and books bands and appearances like this, and he's like, I want this show. You guys are going to hit it big. So he came on board and told Tamra about it. She's like, yeah, I'm all about it. We did the Phoenix show. He got those booked. And then the situation happened with Shannon, and Tamra didn't really want to do the Phoenix show, but we did it, and we were a big success. We sold out, and then while she was in Scotland, I guess she had second thoughts and came back and called Paris, not Shannon or I, and said, I don't want to be part of it anymore. And I have not talked to Tamra since Phoenix.
You haven't even talked to her.
Mm-mm.
I mean, since Vegas was at BravoCon?
Phoenix.
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
their live show.
Phoenix,
We
the
did
live
the
show.
two.
When was
we
the
did two
Phoenix
shows
show?
in Phoenix, right before.
What month
Before
was that?
she went to Scotland. So it was maybe a month and a half ago. I don't
Yeah.
have the exact dates. But there was a text, are you ignoring me? I'm like, blah, 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 back and forth. But there was no conversation. She never said, I'm out. And I find that really hurtful because I thought we were in this together. But she's like, I'm really busy. I'm like, we're all busy. We're all busy. She asked Paris to give her at least 6 weeks notice, and she would go around her calendar. And she can back out. I guess kind of anybody can back out of anything, but you give the people that you're doing it with a conversation.
Okay, so you were upset then that
I'm hurt.
she spoke to the manager
Paris.
first before
Mhm.
she even.
She never even told Shannon and I.
I
Paris
see.
called us and told us.
She doesn't seem like someone who would avoid confrontation. If she was afraid you'd be upset, I'm surprised that she didn't reach out to you directly. Now, when I spoke to her,
Mhm.
she said that she was very clear from the beginning that she couldn't commit to all the shows. Is that true?
There wasn't any commitment of any shows. We said we will schedule them when we're all available. I'm just as busy, if not busier, than her. So we all agreed, the three of us, that we were going to lay out the show for the rest of the year. And she goes, if I have at least 6 weeks notice, I'm going to start filming. We'll incorporate the shows around that. So we didn't even have any other shows booked.
So these 8 shows
Mhm.
were not booked.
Correct.
I see, before.
Correct.
So you had 4 shows
Mhm.
under your belt,
Nothing else planned.
nothing else planned. I see. And so then she calls Paris and
Mhm.
says, I'm out.
I'm out. And from what I hear, she said we were talking about her behind her back. And I said, no, it's actually in front of you.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing I believe that I had heard, that she was concerned that you weren't being a loyal friend, and then you and Shannon were
Please.
talking behind her back. The
Please.
only thing I will tell you that my experience with Tamra, and Tamra is a friend of mine, is that often anyone on my show, she tends to listen to the people that are DMing her without hearing the show. So often I will get a text from Tamra, did you say this or did you do that? And I said, absolutely not. You need to hear the show. This has been misconstrued. And I said, this is an issue. Like, this has been a recurring issue with you and me. And so when she told me about the fact that she felt you guys were talking behind her back, I said, who did you hear this from? And are you sure? Because these people on your DMs stir up shit a lot.
I think it's Caden. I think it's Caden.
Okay. No, we know Caden.
And
We met him. He does social media for Tamra.
He did it for Tamra and Shannon, and he was hearing things from Shannon and sending it over to Tamra and not confronting Shannon directly, because he would never do my social media. He's a troublemaker. So, he asked to come into my DMs and handle my social media. I'm like, no, we're good. So
he would tell Tamra things that Shannon said publicly
Correct.
or privately?
Privately.
Okay.
Oh, so we don't know if that's
And
so
I
real
know,
true.
and I know what the issue was. It was, unfortunately, we all know Shannon had a little situation, big situation, and
Her
Shannon's-
DUI.
Yeah, Shannon's taking accountability for it, and she's handling it, and it was a wrong mistake, and I don't condone it, and all that stuff. But all of a sudden now, Tamra made it her problem, her issue. We shouldn't do the show because of that. No, one has nothing to do with the other. The show must go on.
It seems she seems to be influenced by the people around her, right?
She doesn't listen. She said Teddy Mellencamp's her very, very best friend, and Teddy Mellencamp would be there for her forever, and she's a better friend than me. Well, you know what? No. You've known Teddy Mellencamp for however many years. You've known me for 13, 14. We've had our ups and downs, but don't compare me to Teddy Mellencamp, ever.
Okay.
And we have a beef, and we will always have a beef.
But it would be good if you two spoke directly. I think that,
I know.
Yeah.
So
I have a lot to say to her.
I said to well, first of all, I don't like all this drama. I don't like the dissension.
You were the cause of a lot of our drama for 4 years. We just
yes,
found
but
out.
we can get there.
Squashed it,
But what I'm
Vicki.
saying is my favorite, and I say it over and over and over again. I've said it on Watch What Happens Live. My favorite thing about Real Housewives of Orange County is the Tres Amigas. I love the relationship between
Me too.
you, Tamra, and Shannon. I'm friends with
It's
all
incredible.
3 of you. Whatever I can do to repair this, I will.
Tell her to tell me she's sorry.